What is going on, beautiful people of the world? My name is Garrett Wolf, and I am the host of the #1 podcast for people who are trying to go from skinny fat to fitness freak. I've built my body over the last 8 years through trial and error, and in the last 3 years, I've helped hundreds of online clients shred unwanted fat and embody the best version of themselves. Now, let's jump right into today's show.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Garrett Wolf podcast. This is the #1 show for people who are trying to go from saggy flabs to six-pack abs, all without giving up the most enjoyable aspects of their life. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about why, if it fits your macros, IIFYM is bullshit. It's a lie. You've been lied to. I was lied to, and I didn't even know that I was being lied to until as of recently. So we're going to be diving deep into that topic here in a second, but you guys already know the deal. If at any point you think something I have to say is valuable, or you just happen to like my cute face, then please screenshot me. Share it to Instagram stories, tag me at _Garrett Wolf, and I will reshare it to my story and send you a free gift. Other than that, guys, we're going to be diving right in today. How are you guys doing? Let's start with that. How are you guys doing today? If you're tuning into the live, let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. We see a bunch of you guys saying hello. What's up? What's up? How you guys doing today? Today's a great day. Today is Tuesday, and it is pouring rain outside, and I absolutely love podcasting when it's pouring rain outside because I get to look out there. I have a window over to my right. It's literally pouring. Like, it's going crazy out there. The weather is insane. And it's only like 1 p.m., like midday rainstorm. It's BULLSH. What is going on? How am I going to get to the gym without getting soaked? This is craziness. But in any case, I do love the rain. I think it looks pretty. I like listening to it. It's just cool. Let me know if you guys agree. If you're watching, if you're tuning into the live, let me know if you like rain. I freaking love rain. It just makes my day like a whole lot better. I don't know why. I also love sunshine, though. Don't get me wrong. Excuse me while I take this fluffy ass jacket off because I didn't know that it would be so hot in here. Anyway, other than rain, let's get back to the topic at hand of this here fitness podcast. If it fits your macros is absolute bullshit. It's a lie. It's a scam. And I don't want you guys falling for this scam anymore, like I did for so long. So let me dive into a little bit of my training history. I've been training for almost 8 years, pretty much 7 years and about 11 months. So we'll call it 8 years. We'll round up. What's going on, buddy? I see you saying hi in the comments there. What's going on, homie? I've been training for about 8 years. We'll call it 8 years. And over my 8 years of training, I have done a lot of different things. I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried a lot of different diets. I've tried a lot of different training approaches. But one diet plan that I consistently subscribe to is if it fits your macros. And I think it's pretty obvious to see why you would subscribe to this kind of this kind of diet plan, because if it fits your macros basically states that you get a calorie value, you get a protein, carb, and fat gram value for the day, and you get to eat basically whatever the fuck you want. You get to eat whatever you want throughout the day, and it's fine because all that matters is macros. The food itself doesn't actually matter. And you can just eat whatever you want, no problem. And I was like, fuck yeah. Because if you know my story, I struggled for a long time with eating thick meats. So things like chicken breast, things like burgers, things like steaks, especially steaks, right? Hard, thick, chewy meats. I struggled really, really hard with eating these types of meats, like tomahawk steaks. Those are the worst. Or like drumstick chicken breast. Anything with a bone in it, I still can't do anything with a bone in it to this day, but I'm working on it. I'm actively working on it. So I've told this story before. The reason why is because I grew up on a farm. I watched animals die. I have a little bit of traumatization, PTSD, whatever you want to call it. I don't like to diagnose myself with anything, but basically when I eat chewy meats, I have like a kind of like a flashback, right? Where it's like, oh shit, animals are dying, animals being killed. I smell the air again, and it's just not good. It's like I struggled with it for a very long time. So the only way to get over these types of fears, in my opinion, is to dive into the deep end. I'm a dive into the deep end kind of guy. I like to get shit done in the fastest way possible. And that's one of the main reasons I decided to sign up for a bodybuilding competition. So I'm currently 9 weeks out from my very first men's physique show. And I knew for a certainty that if I hired a coach for a men's physique competition, that he was not going to let me eat whatever the fuck I wanted. I knew for a fact that he was going to give me a diet plan that I would have to follow. And that if I didn't follow it, I would step on stage looking like shit and I would make an absolute fool of myself. And that is exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened because he gave me a meal plan, and the meal plan consists of basically chicken, rice, and vegetables, chicken, rice, and greens. Now, why does it consist of this? And why is if it fits your macros bullshit? Here's why. I asked the coach this because when I signed up with the coach, he gave me a type form and I was supposed to put in my typical like day of eating, right? A full day of eating. And this is what I was doing. This is what I was doing for a cutting plan during a normal average full day of eating for me before I got on contest prep about a week and a half ago. A typical full day of eating for me looked like this. I would wake up, I would drink a white Monster, right? And then I would drink 2 premium protein shakes, which is 60 grams of protein, right? Then I'd go to the gym. I'd train, whatever. Then I'd come back. I would drink 2 scoops of protein with water, right? So now I'm at 110 grams of protein. Then I would chill for a little bit, whatever, just chill, vibe, whatever, do my work. Then I would eat a protein bar, right? Then I would have dinner, which was typically like some sort of healthy meat because I've been trying to get better at that for the longest time. It was like a chicken breast, no rice though, no broccoli. It was pretty much just a chicken breast, pretty much. I would eat like a chicken breast with ketchup, right? Normal ketchup. And then after that, I would have 2 more premium protein shakes. So if you do all the addition, I would have 4 premium protein shakes, 2 scoops of whey protein, and a protein bar, and then 1 chicken breast. And that was my protein intake. And I put this on the form. I put this on the sign-up form for the contest prep. I was like, this is what I'm eating. I'm cutting. My protein is incredibly high, right? I put my protein super high to try to preserve muscle mass, right? Because I was trying to preserve my muscle mass with if it fits your macros. My protein was at like 230 grams per day. Mind you, I'm 155 pounds. So 230 grams is like 1.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight, which is very high. It's incredibly high, right? And I thought that this was going to preserve my muscle mass. But there's another issue that I constantly run into that I couldn't solve until today. Every time I cut, I shrink like a bitch. Every time I cut, I shrink like a motherfucker. I lose so much strength, I lose so much size, and I turn into like a stick figure. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I signed up for this contest prep, right? Because I knew it would force me to eat this way. I knew it would force me to eat healthy, but I didn't know why I was shrinking, and I didn't know why my diet was wrong. I was like, why is my diet wrong? I want you guys to realize I am a fitness coach, right? But I'm not perfect. I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm a certified nutrition coach, which, mind you, pretty much means fuck all. I basically took a course, passed a test, and now I'm a certified nutrition coach. So don't trust anyone you see online, right? Trust yourself, for a lack of a better term. Don't trust motherfuckers online. Anybody can get a fucking certificate these days, right? And I'm constantly learning. I'm not perfect. I'm doing the best I can to learn. I'm dedicated to lifelong improvement. I do love learning. I love learning more about nutrition. And I love forcing myself into the deep end to really learn the ins and outs of these things. And that's why I signed up for contest prep. So anyway, back to the story. I sent this coach my application. And he comes back to my DMs. He flags it. He flags my diet, right? He goes, huge red flag right here. Huge red flag. And I messaged him back laughing a little bit. I was like, I know, dude, my diet plan's a little bit funny, right? My diet plan's a little bit weird. I have a bit of digestion issues, some kind of mental problems with eating. Yeah, that's my diet. You know, I didn't really think anything of it. He messages me back. He goes, if you continue eating like this, not only are you going to shrink, but you're going to get last place in your fitness competition if you do decide to enter it. And I was like, huh. That's kind of extreme. I was like, fuck, why? I was like, why? Why do you think that? Why am I going to shrink and get last place? And he goes, supplements are not meant to be a crutch. They're meant to supplement your diet. And I was like, yeah, dude, I get it. I've heard it all before. I get it. This, that. Oh, you got your opinions. I got my opinions. But I like if it fits your macros. I like drinking my protein shakes. I like eating my protein bars. I don't want to eat a fuck ton of chicken breasts every day. But I do want to place high. I don't want to place last place in a fitness competition. And I want to have lifelong gains, not to mention prosperity and health and wellness. It's not just about gains. It's not just about aesthetics, though that is high on the priority list. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's probably higher on the priority list for me than health. Let's just be honest. If not, they're pretty much equal. But in any case, I was like, okay then, bro. I was like a little bit offended. I was like, all right, dog, Mr. Expert, explain it to me then. I was like, why? Why can I not drink 4 premium protein shakes, 2 scoops of whey protein, and a protein bar every single day instead of eating chicken breast? I was like, why? Tell it to me then, genius. And so, right, I wasn't like all that, but I was a little bit like that. I hopped into his DMs. I was like, all right, tell me about it then, bro. Like, let me know. Let me know the sauce, Mr. Fitness Coach, Mr. Fitness Coach, Mr. Contest Prep Guy, because he is the contest prep coach. He preps so many athletes. He's been to this summer shredding event 4 times, he said, and he's coming for a 5th time for me to help me pose, to help me get ready, to help me dial in, and to watch me on stage, which is really, really cool of him because it's an online coach, and you don't expect online coaches 100% of the time to show up to your show. So I'm really excited that he's going to be showing up to my show. But in any case, I was like, explain it to me then, bro, Mr. Expert Guy. And he's like, my brother, in supplements, they have micronutrients. Let me back off a little bit. So I said to him, I was like, bro, I get what you're saying, but my argument is my premium protein shakes, they have so many micronutrients and minerals, right? If you look at the back of it, it's like the list goes on, right? You look at the back of supplements and it's like, it's got all these BCAAs, it's got all these minerals, it's got all these micronutrients, right? All this iron, all this fucking vitamin A, vitamin B, 25%. You guys ever read the back of a protein label? It's like, it's got a whole bunch of shit in it. I'm like, bro, there's no way your filthy chicken breast has more micronutrients in it than this protein shake. And he's like, my brother, listen, though that protein shake has a lot of micronutrients in it, they are micro doses of those elements, of those minerals, of those vitamins, of those micronutrients. They are micro doses of micronutrients. So it's like micro times 2. You're getting micro doses of micronutrients. And I'm like, huh. It's like, that's kind of interesting. He's like, supplements are not meant to be a crutch. They're meant to be a supplement. That's why they're called supplements. They're supposed to help you reach your micronutrient intake and your mineral intake. They're not supposed to replace it, because in macro foods, macronutrients, foods that are real foods, they have macro doses of micronutrients. Macro meaning big, micro meaning small. They have big doses of micronutrients inside of real foods. And he's like, this is why you shrink like a bitch every time you cut, because you're supplementing your diet with all supplements. You're getting micro doses of micronutrients. You're not getting enough nutrients to fuel your body. And I was like, it kind of rocked my world. I was like, dude, nobody's ever said that before. I've never heard anybody say that before. I've heard people say that supplements shouldn't be a crutch. Obviously, I was like, yeah, I know that, dude. I get it, but I don't give a fuck if it fits your macros, right? But nobody's ever told me, like, yo, you get micro doses of your micronutrients, so you're basically, like, you're not getting enough. You're not getting enough of a dose of your micronutrients, and that's why you're shrinking. And I was like, no shit, eh? That makes perfect sense. I was like, that makes perfect sense. You're the man. I'll follow the diet plan. And so I've been following the diet plan for about a week and a half now, right? I started off at 11 weeks out. Now we're currently 9 weeks out. And I have progress photos to compare when I started to where I am now. And let me be the first to tell you that I am gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. Mind you, this is not supposed to be possible for people who have been lifting as long as I am, for people who have been lifting 8 years plus. This is only supposed to be possible for a select few of people, and it's only supposed to be possible realistically for newbie gains, for people who are just getting into the gym. You can kind of pack on a bunch of muscle and do a little bit of caloric repartitioning to lose fat at the same time, because it's a brand new stimulus to the body, something that it's not used to. And you can kind of take advantage of that, right? But me being a lifter for 8+ years, gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time is astonishing. It's really not supposed to be something that's able to happen, but it's what's happening. And it's because my body, this is why, this is the key. This is why if it fits your macros is complete bullshit. And I don't want you guys to fall for this for as long as I did, because I fell victim to if it fits your macros for 8 years. For 8 fucking years. I imagine how much more progress I could have made if I just sucked it up, ate some chicken breast, and forgot about the supplements. Forget the supplements, dude. They're not a crutch. This is why if it fits your macros are bullshit, because only 2 weeks in to eating these macro doses of the micronutrients, I'm gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. I'm defying the laws of fitness. I'm literally doing something that is not supposed to be able to be done. And I'm literally doing it. I have the photos from week 1 to week 3, comparing them now, and the progress is insane. We're filling out the muscles, we're losing fat at the same time. Not to mention I feel great. Not to mention I'm only eating 1,600 calories a day, which is very, very, very low. And I'm feeling very full because we get to eat these giant portions of vegetables. We get to eat these giant portions of rice. And then the meat is incredibly filling because it has more micronutrients in it. This is the thing. When you eat these kind of unhealthy foods, when you eat these foods that are supplements, right? Or they're packaged foods. They come in a package, they're supplements. You're not going to get the doses of micronutrients that you need. So you're going to be basically deprived. Not only are you in a form of starvation, but you're literally not getting the building blocks required to rebuild your muscles. So that's why you're shrinking. It's going to have to pull nutrients from the muscle in order to stay alive. And so this is a gigantic breakthrough. This is huge. This is something that I didn't realize for 8 years. I can only imagine the type of gains that I would have been able to make if I had just learned this from the beginning. And this is why If It Fits Your Macros is bullshit, because you don't want to just eat whatever. You don't want to just eat whatever you want. You want to stick to whole foods, to pure foods, foods that are alive, right? Like meat, vegetables, fruits, like potatoes for carbs, like rice is a good carb too. Mind you, rice isn't alive, right? I don't think rice is alive, but I want you guys to think about this. I want to give you kind of a little bit of a framework to work off of, because I know it's hard. I know If It Fits Your Macros sounds pretty juicy, and I know eating chicken and rice and broccoli for every meal is not going to be something that everybody wants to do. I understand that. So here's some typical kind of guidelines that you guys can follow. I want to give you guys some actionable advice that you can follow to get some results. Try to portion your plate in 3 different settings: proteins, carbs, and fats, right? You want to portion your plate with kind of a third protein, a third carb, and a third fat. So what this kind of looks like for me is a chicken breast, 100 grams of greens, and then 100 grams of rice, right? You got proteins, a little bit of fats in the chicken, you got carbs from the rice, and then you got carbs and fiber, mind you, fiber to fill you up from the greens. So this is something that you guys can take home with you today and really start making a lot of progress. This is the kind of meal plan I have all of my 14-day challengers on. I'm already getting so many messages. My boy, Tyson, he usually tunes into the stream. I don't think he's here today, but he's already lost 4 pounds because he lost 2 kilograms. So it's about 4 pounds, and it is fucking pouring outside. It is crazily pouring outside. Anyway, he lost, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope that doesn't mess up the audio. He lost 4 pounds in only 3 days. 3 days. He lost 4 pounds by switching his diet to this kind of approach, to foods that are alive, foods that aren't packaged, foods that if you left it out for 2 weeks, it would go rotten, right? You don't want to have foods that you can leave on your counter for more than 2 weeks and they don't go rotten, because how do you think that's going to affect your insides? How do you think that's going to sit in your insides and be digested and be absorbed? It's just all shit, man. It's all shit. And again, I want to reiterate, I'm not a nutritionist, though I wouldn't trust them either. I am a nutrition coach, but that's complete bullshit, because all I did was take a test and I got certified as a nutrition coach. So you guys need to figure it out for yourself. You need to test this. I tested it by forcing myself into the deep end, signing up for a fitness competition, and now I have to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli for every meal. I knew that was going to happen when I signed up, and I did it on purpose because I wanted to see what would happen. And I'm losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time, which defies the laws of fitness entirely. And I'm so fucking happy that I did, because now I know what it actually takes for my body to gain muscle at a rapid pace and to lose fat at a rapid pace. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't rather drink protein shakes all day like I thought in the past, because really what I want is longevity and gains. I don't give a fuck about the taste. I don't care. You get past it. And I know you guys are like, man, chicken and broccoli for every meal sounds grueling, bro. And it is at first. But as we know, as we all know, as we preach over and over again, our bodies are an adaptation machine. And I know this whole few and far between. I know this for sure. You can adapt to fucking anything, all right? You can adapt to any kind of stimulus. If you want to be able to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli for every meal, all you have to do is fucking do it, and your body will adapt, and it will get easier. We talk about this all the time, how you do something for the first time, and then you might get 50% better at it. You do something for the second time, then you get 40% better. Third time, 30% better. Fourth time, 20% better, and so on. The point is you get better at it every single time. If you go to my YouTube, shameless plug at Garrett Wolf, you'll see episode 1 of my dieting, of contest prep. You'll see I'm struggling hard as fuck. I'm really struggling with eating this chicken, rice, and broccoli. But now on it's about week 2.5. It's like, we call it week 3. I eat this shit with ease, man. I shove it in my mouth, no problem. And I enjoy it. I mean, I don't enjoy it as much as I'd enjoy like a piece of carrot cake, right? Don't get me wrong. But it's good. It's satiating. It feels good. It feels healthy. And it doesn't make me feel like shit. This is the most important part. It doesn't make me feel like shit like all these processed foods really do in the long run. They really do make you feel like shit. And they're detrimental to your health. They're detrimental to your gains. And this is why if it fits your macros is fucking bullshit. All right, guys, that brings me to the end of this podcast episode. I got to go hit a workout. I got to go eat some more chicken, rice, and broccoli before I hit that workout. And I'm excited about it because I kind of want to do another gym vlog today. I really, really like doing contest prep vlogs. They're incredibly fun for me, so I'm looking forward to that. You guys already know the deal. If at any point during this episode you got an insight from me or you think something I had to say was valuable, screenshot me. Share it to your Instagram stories, tag me at _Garrett Wolf, and I'll reshare it to my story and send you a free gift. Other than that, guys, it has been your boy Garrett Wolf, and I am out of here. Peace, peace.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. Hopefully you got some value. If you did get value and you want to learn a little bit more about how you can go from skinny fat to fitness freak, just head over to my Instagram at _Garrett Wolf and DM me the word muscles, and I'll reach out to you and see if I can help. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace, peace.